Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be talking about the Beabadoobee Drama, the baby no money drama. And this entire drama that's actually still going on to this day started from one single TikTok.
Who can't sing versus artists who can sing.
Can't remember how to say your name, let alone count all the freckles on your face.
Yeah, this TikTok of NBA YoungBoy shooting lasers out of his eye resulted in an entire crash out by Beabadoobee. Like, I don't know if she ever heard of rage bait before, but it was clearly rage bait. And she somehow fell for it. I don't even know how. It's not even good rage bait because it's clearly a joke.
I've seen so many comments about this, but I've never seen the actual videos. But the fucking men commenting, artists who can sing vs who can't. Like, just tell me you don't get no girls. Just tell me, like, your mother didn't love you. Just, like, you might as well just say it. It's obvious. It's plain. I've stalked your fucking profiles and you're Does it hurt me? Not really, if I'm being completely honest. I know men are mad at me because I probably get more girls than them, and I'm not even gay. I'm not even gay. I don't even know what I am. Maybe I'm bi. Who knows? But in all seriousness, who gives a fuck? Okay, artists you can sing, vs you can't. I still got more money than you, and you're still a man. So, also the block button exists. Like, I will literally just block. Also, I just haven't seen any of those videos. Like, I've seen the comments, but I'm just not on that side of TikTok. And I feel like the people who care about my art and listen to my music aren't, like, weird incel men that, like, have no friends. I feel like they have, like, a cool social life and they go outside and touch grass. So, I just don't... It's not part of my radar, but I see your comments and I'm blocking your shit.
Like, Beabadoobee, bro, it's clearly a joke. And you're the one who's stupid enough to fall for it. And then you go, what? I don't actually care about this. I could care less. Okay, then if you actually don't care, then just ignore it. The only reason why you made a video because it bothered you. And you could tell in this video that it bothers you a lot. Because you're kind of reaching a little bit. You know, you're calling the people commenting this stuff incel losers who can't get a girl and that they're broke and you make more money than them. Like, the ego on you shows so much in this TikTok. Like, she thinks by saying that these guys are incel losers and that you put more girls than them and that you make more money than them, it's like an own. Then you start thinking about it and it's honestly pretty childish. Like, bro, of course you make more money than them. Nah, duh. You got, like, blessed with an opportunity that not a lot of people get blessed with. And second, you're a girl. So, nah, duh, you're pulling more girls in this generation. Like, I feel like we live in a very man-hating generation, so it's not really a own anymore saying stuff like that. So this Beabadoobee got compared to YoungBoy and started talking about rape, of course. They all do this. I have had men over-sexualize me on the internet since I was 17, or be extremely derogative. I have constantly been a target for clickbait, and I think the mass amount of comments I got highlighted how much I've been mistreated by so much men on the internet. Bro, it's honestly, Beabadoobee, bro, it's honestly not that big of a deal. You expect me to sit here and say nothing? Okay, so you're just allowed to be blatantly sexist towards men, and men aren't allowed to say anything. They're supposed to accept it, right? Because what? They're men? And men are sexist and rapists and they're weirdos. Well, you're not allowed to say anything. You're just supposed to accept it, okay? But I think it's so disingenuous to act like you care about these things. You know, like rape and sexual assaults. And sadly, it is mostly men doing these things and we know that. But it feels like every time we criticize a woman online, they always go back to the same points. Well, men are the leading cause of sexual assault and rape, and, who set the system? Like, what Beabadoobee just said has nothing to do with anything that people are criticizing you for. Like, you have no actual way of defending yourself, so you just resort to saying that men have been sexualizing you since you were 17. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And the only people who I've seen actually sexualize you, at least recently, have been girls. I feel like people have a perception that just because I'm a girl, it would be out of the ordinary to snap back and say something unhinged. No, this is honestly pretty normal. But the reality is that I can. And every night, to when things make me feel uncomfortable, I can't sit here and take it or ignore it, which is sensible, but boring. How old is this girl? Like 2? But I feel at times the best way for me to deal with things is to make jokes out of it. What? In simple terms, take the piss. I think what she's trying to say here is that the video that she made was a joke and she's just taking the piss. Like, no, you were clearly mad in the video. That's like if I said I hate women and I got mad at the backlash from that and be like, guys, I was just joking. What are you talking about? So sorry if you can't handle me telling you that your mom doesn't love you or that I get more girls than you. LOL. This is me equally annoying you. Take a joke, but also stop being weird with me and make some friends and listen to the music. So now you're telling us that we can't take a joke. Beabadoobee, bro, you're the one who can't take a joke. Like, you need to take accountability that you may have overreacted in that video and that you apologize for the things that you've said in that video. Like, why can't you just do that? Is your ego just way too big to do that? She also has made a response video that's 5 minutes long. Jesus Christ. To responding to one TikTok. Like, she is not helping her case with the nickname Beabadoobee. Because literally all she does is just yap. Like, you could sum that 5-minute video into 2 seconds. I'm just retarded. That's it. That's all you gotta say.
I'm gonna try to explain this as clearly as possible in the maturest way possible in hopes that you guys understand, even though you probably won't. I'm gonna use school as an example. I don't know why, but okay. So you're at school and there's this one dude that just keeps prodding you with a stick and is saying a joke and it's funny. I'm like, okay, fair enough, funny. And then it happens a couple more times and he's like prodding you and I'm like, okay, this is getting kind of annoying, but it's still funny. It's still funny. And then it gets to a point where it literally just involves your entire life because it's constantly being shoved into your face. You're like, dude, it was funny, but now it's pissing me off.
So yeah, I might make a short video for Beabadoobee's response. So if you guys want to see that, like the video and tell me. Like, look, I get it, okay? When people keep making the same jokes over and over and over towards you, it gets old really fast. And even though they're not really saying anything, it starts to piss you off a little bit. That is totally understandable. I get that. But the best thing to do in that situation is just not respond. Because now you reignite that fire and made it 10 times worse. Then she had the balls to post this with her song Real Men playing. You know, thinking she cooked. But she turned the comments off. Like, how embarrassing is it to post something like this and then turn the comments off thinking that you cooked? Like, before this drama, I did not realize that Beabadoobee was this fragile of a person. Like, you should honestly listen to the lyrics of your own song. I think it's kind of crazy how far of a reach the fandom is going to defend Beabadoobee. So we got this video that says, for the people not believing me that B copes with hate by making jokes. This was 3 years ago.
Also, at the people asking, so where's the tan gone? I don't know if you understand how shoots work. Lame. Those photos were taken months ago after my trip to Rome when I got a really sexy tan. Obviously, my tan is gone dingus. Anything. You're just ugly and mad. I've stalked your profiles. You're fucking ugly. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm fucking Filipino. Did you know that Asians tan and tans fucking go away? You fucking idiot. Just leave me alone.
So I have no idea what the context behind this clip is. So I don't want to assume here. Does every single time she has like a little bit of like drama happen, she just like calls the guy ugly? I'm assuming it's a guy. So she calls the guy ugly and she calls the guy a virgin loser and she gets more girls than him. Like, does she do that every single time there's a controversy? Because if she does that every single time, it sounds like kind of lame. But who knows? Maybe the guy deserves this time. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm trying not to assume. I somehow completely missed over this, but this person says, B copes with hate by making jokes. I'm sorry to burst your bubble here, but an obvious rage bait is not hate. That's not what hate is. You retard. Somehow this got 5,000 likes. She can't handle a joke. They say not being able to handle her jokes. Okay, then let's play with the idea that she's joking, right? And let's say it was a man instead of a woman. And he was saying misogynistic jokes instead. Like, oh, go back in the kitchen. Because then it would be a problem, right? Like, I know for a fact that a lot of people who are defending Beabadoobee don't like it when men say misogynistic jokes. So what's the difference between Beabadoobee doing it? This guy says, Yabba Dabba Doo got too much screen time. Like, she seems like she's very, like, terminally online. If that little tiny joke bothered her that bad. And the creator of that video said, you're 20, go get a wife instead of getting involved in TikTok drama. So yeah, you've heard it here. If you're 20, you cannot get involved in any TikTok drama. Because at that point, you should have a wife and probably a couple of kids too, you know. Like, this person has to be 11. There's no way. Older than 11. The highest I would go was like 13 maybe. Because if that's the case, then go outside and do something else. Or go finish your homework. You do not need to get involved in any TikTok drama. And you also run a Beabadoobee fan page. So, you know, turn down on your ego a little bit, you know. And I also see a lot of people say that now that you care about sexism when, female artists deal with sexism in the industry. But nobody's saying that that doesn't happen. Like, yeah, it happens. You probably have to deal with a lot of weird men every single day. And that sucks, but what am I supposed to do about Randy wanting to see your toes? And if you want to see men talk about that, there's hundreds of videos on the internet. But just because that stuff happens doesn't mean she can still receive criticism. Like, whoa, you can't criticize her. She's getting rape threats. Okay, well, I could still criticize that person for their actions. But yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. I think this whole drama really summarizes the gender wars that's been going on for the past, I don't know, 2 to 3 years. It's almost been going on even longer. It's been getting pretty bad recently. And I know that not all the female Beabadoobee fans think like this. I know that these are just the loudest people. I'm talking about the people who mostly think that Beabadoobee is generally right in this situation. But just remember, if all I gotta do is swap the gender for whatever point you're making, and that's like all I have to do to make it a false and hypocritical point, then just don't make it at all. Alright, goodbye now.